No, not at all. Math is absolutely not faith-based, not at all. That is a common misconception of how mathematics works. To do mathematics, you choose a set of axioms, make some definitions for concepts that you want to describe or talk about, and then you prove theorems using and only using the axioms you set out to be your basic set of axioms. And then you prove theorems. But then you can go back and choose a different set of axioms, or choose an axiom that is the opposite of the one you chose before, and now you do again prove theorems according to those axioms. There is no faith, there is no feelings in choosing those axioms. You just choose axioms and prove theorems. So some mathematicians assume the axiom of choice, some mathematicians assume the axiom of choice is false, and then both sets of mathematicians prove theorems according to those axioms they've chosen. Some mathematicians do not choose one or the other, and they decide to choose axioms that do not include anything about the axiom of choice, and then they try to prove things with that set of axioms. This approach, this axiomatic approach, in fact, combats faith. It combats our intuition, which is often wrong. Our intuition says that the axiom of choice seems like a natural thing that should happen, and some of us choose the axiom of choice or assume the axiom of choice, perhaps based a little bit on our intuition, but we just declare that we're making that choice. Similarly, the continuum hypothesis, for a long time it was thought that that is a rational thing or a logical conclusion of our previous assumed axioms, and that should be a theorem we can prove, until Cohen proved that, in fact, no, you cannot prove it or disprove it from the previous set of theorems. That has to be an axiom that we assume or we do not assume. But so that is the interesting part, that assuming these axioms and setting your set of axioms combats that sense of faith or intuition, and we just prove what we can prove or disprove things just using a basic set of axioms that we choose a priori.